Yeah, Gus sent me the article just out of the blue on that Sunday whenever it came out and said, check out the New York Times Magazine today. There's, an article that could maybe make a good movie, very casually. And then by coincidence, I knew Benoit Denizet Lewis. Okay. He's got a tricky name. I always get it wrong. But I knew him because he had interviewed me when I played Allen Ginsberg, and we had stayed in touch. And so I just emailed Benoit, and I said, what do you think? And I kind of didn't – I thought the subject matter was really interesting. I have to admit I didn't really understand how exactly it could make a movie because it was an unusual angle on this material. But I had complete faith in Gus, and so I thought it was worth it, an exploration. And then as soon as he introduced me to Justin, Justin really kind of put in a lot of work, researching, interviewing, Michael, the real Michael, and the people that were, that surrounded Michael along his path, and really kind of showed us how there is a structure that could, make this material work. So once I saw that, I was really excited to kind of jump in.
I feel like I've learned a lot from my exposure to Michael, the person, and when I first signed on to the project, I had a lot of judgment or a lot of misgivings about how someone could really go from one extreme to the other in this regard. But the more I listened to what he says and read what he's written and spoken to him and heard him speak, I feel like he's really someone who is striving to understand himself and accept himself on a deeper level, and this movie is a representation of that, not about someone's sexual orientation, but about someone's quest to fully inhabit and fully realize their potential as a human being, and I think we can all benefit from that.
How did I get involved? I heard about the script I think earlier on in the process, and thought it sounded like such a cool and audacious thing. I started sending in tape on a couple different parts, and then got the call and just jumped right in, not very long before shooting.
Well, the founder of XY, Peter Ian Cummings, actually sent me almost every back issue. So I mean, just for like research and to kind of thumb through. But the ones in the film we actually had to alter for like legal reasons. So they're not the real magazines, but kind of like recreated versions. Well, I don't want to give it away. I wanted to shoot it. It's kind of like the camera's pretty distant. It's kind of like a little voyeur take on the threesome scene, because I felt like it was more about the connection between the characters and not about getting close-ups of everything happening. So I think due to the press we got about the threesome scene, some people might be disappointed when they watch it.
Higher expectations.
But James does lick Charlie's armpit at one point.
It was
You cut really fast.
So hot
What I remember about that was
in the
how
room.
hot it was.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
just
the AC
getting
was broken.
started.
The AC was broken.
Yeah.
The AC was broken, and it was not. There was like a lot of hot,
Real sweat.
Yeah, action.
And Charlie had done like 100 push-ups right before, so he was like sweating.
James, you're not supposed to say that. It's just a few. It was a few takes, and then James was like, "Can we please do a few more?" And I was like, "I think we got it." And he was like, I guess the hardest part of being a first-time director was just kind of getting used to the whole machine of a bigger production. I'd made a bunch of short films and music videos, but to kind of like jump into union big crew, we were shooting like in New York on Long Island, so just kind of like getting used to.
Well, also maybe one of the things, on a movie like this, you have a certain budget, and one of the ways to kind of get something like this done is to work on a quick schedule. So I think one of the keys as a director is knowing how to budget your time, get what you want, still and still have it at a quality level that is great,
Yeah.
and really working that out is a big trick, I think, as a director, and something that you dealt with very well, I think.
Yeah, that's definitely be specific. That's the number one thing. It was the schedule. Yeah, just trying to like rush through without compromising how it looks.